you seem like you're the evil one all along.
Why am I evil?
Because you're sitting here trying to say we are such and such when you have no evidence of who I am.
Okay, well,
you even admitted, you even admitted that you did not even know who you were talking to. But I knew who you were. You don't know who I am. Yeah. So that's why you are sitting here don't know what to say to me.
My brother. Okay, so let me pop it off. What do y'all feel about like adult content, OF, and like how y'all feel about like stuff like that? And
I don't support that type of stuff. I think that that's corruption towards the land and that's corruption towards society. So I don't support that.
What about you, my brother?
You know, obviously, I think a lot of people would know my opinion on this. I believe it's some of the most evil things you can do to yourself and to everybody you know. So they don't do OnlyFans.
No.
No, that's a W. No OnlyFans for you.
Well, I have OnlyFans, but I don't share any nude images of myself or do like adult content. But I'll like talk to people. But I also do it through other forms too. Like Direct Me is another one. But yeah.
I guess it's not as bad, but I guess you're still scamming.
I just want to know one thing though. I have a really question for you. I have a question, and the question is, how do you feel about my first question is, what makes a land corrupt? Yeah. What makes a land corrupt? To defy this government to be corrupt. Tell me the 5 things. Do you know? Because I can tell you.
I have no idea what you just asked me.
I asked you what makes a land corrupt.
A land?
Like government, somebody who owns a land.
What are you trying to debate me about Palestine?
No, I just want you to answer a question. What makes
I never said I'm pro-Israel.
Huh?
I never said I'm pro-Israel.
Okay, well, I was asking you a question.
I know where you're going with this. It's not gonna happen.
What? Where am I going? So where do you stand? I'm asking you.
Why do you say that Benjamin Netanyahu is a genius?
Yeah.
When he's one of the main.
Essentially, what I said is that
Israel took him to court for defamation and corruption in Israel
and bribery
for a decade long.
And people everyone in Israel is killing people. And like, what are people like you in position saying about it?
Right.
You are in a position to be like Bill Clinton, like you said. And Bill Clinton, yes, he did one thing for America. He took away the debt, okay? And he helped the black community. Yes, he did do that. So I do fuck with Bill Clinton for that. But everything else, no. Corruption is still in Israel. And let me get Egyptian seeds back. It's all in Israel. Let me get it back.
But I never made any stance or any claims that I'm pro-Israel or pro-Palestine. So
didn't you go to Israel with the other guy who said, another guy who is pro? So where do you stand? You can't be in between.
You're not letting me give an answer to you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Right, so for just the obvious points, I said this a couple of times, I never actually made a political stance on the Israel-Palestine situation. So you're essentially not only not arguing with me, you're just arguing, with your sister over there.
Why don't you say your stance?
Because it's not about having a stance. I just I don't care about the situation. So you're not arguing with anybody.
So then why don't you care the world if you don't want to?
So then why do you talk about other people?
Isn't that where you're from?
You're from Israel, right? You're Hebrew, right? You speak Hebrew. You're Hebrew. You're Jewish, right?
Israeli.
So what are you?
You said you were Israeli Jewish.
So why you wear the Jewish hat?
Okay, so for one, I guess you guys thought you're gonna come in here with all this knowledge, but you don't even have the basic knowledge in your head that not all Jews are Israeli.
But that's what you said. No, that's what you said.
But you never let me talk. You keep talking. You mix a lot of words that you think sound good together, but they don't. So essentially, what I'm saying is that for one, not all Jews are Israelis, which you kind of just implied, which made you sound a little bit stupid.
It's not what I implied.
Be respectful, though. Be respectful. No. In the way you talk to people. For real.
No, I didn't imply that. I don't think that. I don't think all Jews are bad. I think the people who support Israel are in corruption.
Okay, but I never said I support Israel. So,
that's all I'm saying.
So you're arguing with the clouds.
But that's why I'm asking you. But I'm asking you, where do you stand?
I don't.
You're not answering my question.
I don't have a stance on it.
Why not? That's weird to me. Isn't that your people though?
I would have to do more studying into the topic to have
that's funny.
a stance.
Okay. Then what do you study about? What do you indulge your mind about? What is all these books?
I never claim to have a deep knowledge within the politics of the Middle East. I'm just extremely knowledgeable on many things. I guess that's not one that I
use Netanyahu as a citable. You use Netanyahu as a citable person, and that's why. That's why I asked you this question today, and I feel like you are knowledgeable. But if you're not, okay, I apologize, and I do wish peace upon you, though.
Right.
I'm sorry if I come in an aggressive manner.
What I said last time about Netanyahu, I actually cited him as one of the people who claimed that after they started using OnlyFans, their entire life started falling apart. Their dog ran away, their wife left him, his kids left him. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't actually any claims about Israel or Palestine. It was completely different. So I guess maybe you either don't have any idea what I was saying, or your brain is just, I don't know, maybe you have a screw loose.
So what do you want to talk about? You have all these books, but you keep talking. What do you want to talk about? Teach me something I don't know.
Yeah, teach us something.
Well, what are these books? You brought the 10 books of mention that did not get, the 11 books actually, that did not get any love last time.
Right, so
12 books.
12 books. So, I brought a couple of books today. I'm not saying that, these are the only books I read. Obviously, I can name unlimited books. A lot of people know about the book question asked last time to some of the stupid OnlyFans OF people. So, I brought a couple of books. I honestly thought I was going to be talking with some more OF models. So I was going to share some books with them, but I guess not.
I did too. I did not. I didn't know exactly what your profession is. But, you know what I mean? You
But why can't we talk about it, though? Because he's clearly from some place, and you should represent from where you're from.
Represent where you come from.
And this is one of the biggest things in the world. Where are you from?
I'm from California. You're trying to push me into being pro-Israel so you can have this debate.
I don't want
and I think you're a little bit...
Wait,
stop talking.
No.
Listen, next time you talk, you have to raise your hand, and maybe I will allow you to repeat your question.
Damn.
But for the time being, you be quiet. What I was saying is that you're trying to push me in the direction of talking about, Israel and Palestine because you thought you'd be smart by studying up on the topic and having all of these, facts and knowledge into your head going into this conversation, I guess. But now that I've disappointed you by telling you I've never actually made a clear stance on it.
All right, so if you haven't made a clear stance on it, so why you talk about him and why you wear the Jewish hat?
How many times do I have to tell you that?
Okay, it doesn't matter to me because what you're talking is nonsense and it should not be indulged in.
Nonsense.
Yes, you are because you're saying you're not Jewish, but you wear the hat. You wear the Jewish hat. So what are you, a fraud, a phony? Which one?
Let me ask this.
She's very stupid people.
Hold on. I am black, but I've never been to Africa. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So does that correlate? Or hear me out. I'm Christian, but I never been to Jerusalem. But does that make me? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to say.
Before the answer, I just want to say real quick. You can be an extremely religious Jew for one, and still not stand with Israel. And the hat actually doesn't mean anything to Israel specifically. It's just a Jewish tradition to stand before God essentially. Also you can't be anti-Semitic or anything while wearing it. So again, it has nothing to do with Israel. So it's you're essentially in a way again arguing with yourself.
So Kanye should have wore the.
All right.
I want to put
you're
the
a
head on his
hypocrite,
head.
bro. You're a hypocrite. I caught defamation.
You're not calling anything. You came in here with one topic to talk about, and now that I got you on it, that I don't really care for it.
No. I looked you. We looked you up and we heard what you said last night. We saw everything that you've done, all the stuff, and you said that you are Israeli Jew and that you went with Aiden Ross to Israel.
No,
and you said you were God.
Yeah, and you said you was God.
I went to synagogue.
But that's what you said.
Okay, but if you're telling me, if you saw the clip where I said I was God, and you still think to the extent that I'm a extremely religious Jew.
No, I didn't think that. First of all, don't assume what I never said. Don't ever assume something I never said.
You're assuming that I'm pro-Israel.
That's one.
You came into here with that being your. Listen, I understand that your head is very small and you can only fit such an amount of knowledge in it.
No, my head is
I guess you're a little bit disappointed today.
I think yours is very little.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you're a little bit disappointed today that all of the knowledge you decided to cram into it is gonna be useless.
All right, let's talk about something else. What else could we talk about?
Let's talk about how we can make the human mind greater. How can we bring the people to the higher frequency? How do you do that? How do you do that in day-to-day life to bring yourself in a higher frequency? To put yourself in a higher position than you were before? What do you do?
Give me a moment.
Okay, we're not focused on him. What would you say is how you can get your mind in the highest frequency, Sarah? An angel?
Yeah, Angel, what would you say?
I'm processing.
I would say it would be to focus on the present of now, to focus on the very being of now, and to focus on what you can do right now that can better your life and the people around you.
Yeah.
That's what you should advocate. That's what you should talk about, and that's what you should study. If you study nonsense and foolery and you try to talk to people in the spotlight.
I haven't been listening to anything you guys have been saying, so just repeat it real quick.
No.
Okay, good. So nobody has to listen to that. Regardless, I think you guys are trying to go at me in a way that's not working. Again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but you can only cram so much into a small head. So you come in here.
Do you have any new sources for me today?
Yeah, why are you instantly bashing me? Why do you feel like that's not okay? No, I feel as though you're corrupt. No, I don't even know. Are you corrupt? Are you a corrupt person? You seem like you're the evil one all along.
Why am I evil?
Because you're sitting here trying to say we are such and such when you have no evidence of who I am.
Okay, well,
you even admitted, you even admitted that you did not even know who you were talking to. But I knew who you were. You don't know who I am. So that's why you are sitting here don't know what to say to me.
That makes you sound
have this lie in your head.
That I wasn't extremely prepared going into this, and you're still looking like somebody who has no idea what's going on.
Well, let me ask you this. But because I really want to know, because it seems like y'all have a common ground to agree on about busting it down on the timeline. That's what I want to talk about. How do y'all feel about other girls busting it down on the timeline? I'm talking about getting slopped, top, mop, millie, rocked.
That's disgusting, and I think women who do that are embarrassing other women because that's not real women in the community. That's fake, corrupt souls that are not even thinking about their children or their influence in society.
Hold on. I think that it's just the way that you earn money that matters. Here, Angel.
It's the way you live your life.
It's the way you earn money matters, because if you make unlawful money.
What the heck is wrong with you?
The champion of the world.
Don't ever put nothing over my head, bro.
Wait,
you almost got popped. Like, what's wrong?
The champion of the world.
What did you just do?
No, he has something over my head. What did you put?
On you.
No, don't play like that ever again your whole life.
Bro, on everything, don't do that. On everything, I don't know
right
who you
now.
thought you was. I don't know who you thought you was.
Don't you ever do that again in your whole life.
Do not do
you're
that.
really playing with the wrong
Everything,
people right now.
You just tried it. You just tried it.
Don't you
try
ever.
it again. You won't get
try it again, bro.
I'm letting you know.
Try it again, bro.
I'm letting you know. Don't do it
Okay.
again. Who's the bull? Who's the bull?